welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Presented by Great Southern Bank. Great Southern Bank with more than 100 locations in 6 states. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. Member FDIC. We go to St. James High School in this episode, home of the Lady Tigers and head coach Terry Wells. Coach Wells, thanks for your time today.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Coach, 10-3 on the season, kind of put you're probably over halfway through the season at this point. Kind of put a little bow on it. What do you feel like the Tigers are?
We are getting there. I just don't think we've quite hit our stride yet. You know, I've coached a lot of teams who have peaked early, and then in February you're kind of just grinding things out, ready for the postseason to start. And I just think this team we're pretty good, but I think we have another level up that we can get to and just figure out a couple of small things, especially on the offensive end. We're still trying to kind of get our flow and figure out exactly what we are on that end. But we're messing with some things and, have total confidence in the group and these two, my two seniors. So I know we'll get there, and, hopefully it'll time out about right and we'll hit our stride right at the right time.
A team was 20-8 last year, and you went to the Final Four last year. What did you have to replace due to graduation, and who's kind of stepping into those roles?
Yeah, 2 years ago we went to the Final Four. Last year we lost in overtime in sectionals, so we were able to win another district. This year, over those last 2 years, we've graduated some, but it's kind of worked out nice this year. Like, our kids have graduated, even though we, of course, missed those kids. Our kids that came off the bench last year kind of filled the same roles. So it kind of was a smooth transition. And now this year we're working on, those 6, 7, 8, 9, trying to get their roles strong and get them to contribute more. And I think when we do that, this team's going to take a jump.
You got two seniors there alongside you, Emily Recker and Kendall Kostopoulos. Tell us a little bit about, we'll start with Emily. Did I get that close? Did I get close to that on Kendall?
That was pretty much spot on.
That was great.
That's closer than any announcer in any game this year.
Tell us a little bit about Emily, and then we'll visit with her.
Emily, I've known her since she's been in third grade, I think. And she's been a 4-year varsity player. I think her freshman year, she was the 6th man of the year in our conference, and then she's been a starter the last 3. 2-time All-State. And I think with a strong finish this year, she could do that again. So she's very accomplished. She's our cool head, She's our calm one. The rest of them are absolutely crazy, including this one. But she's just kind of readies our ship. When things are kind of off, we know that we can count on her to calm things down, other than maybe just a couple of times when she gets a little worked up. But she plays better when she's mad, so it's okay.
Emily, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Tell us a little bit what you perceive your role to be on the team, and what position do you play?
So I am a point guard. For my role, I would say, as a leader, I've kind of been like a leader the past 2 years at least, but for this year, I think I've stepped into a way bigger role, in that, I don't know, being a point guard, I have to kind of keep control of everything, I would say. And I don't know, I think my position is kind of to help keep everything together and keep everybody calm. Like you said, I'm not a very outgoing, crazy person when I'm playing, but I would say that I'm just here to kind of help keep everything together. I don't know.
When you talk about that calmness on the floor, is that something that you learned maybe going back to your freshman year, your sophomore year? Were there people you looked up to that maybe kind of took you under their wing and kind of molded you in that way?
Okay, definitely my freshman year, I would say that Bailey Wells was someone I definitely looked up to, not only on the basketball court, but she was a very smart basketball player, and she was always so calm and just knew what to do anytime something happened. And I think that she definitely influenced me whenever I was younger and helped me realize where I needed to be. So I would definitely say Bailey Wells, yeah.
As you come into the season, and I do this, you get to the schedules and you look, hey, I'd like to be at this game, I'd like to be at that game, just as a reporter, just on the basis of what I do. When you get your schedule at the beginning of the year, are there games that you kind of maybe make a mental check mark by that you really look forward to playing? Maybe you know someone on the other team, maybe it's a rivalry. Are there games where you really look forward to playing?
Oh yeah, for sure. I grew up playing basketball and with a lot of girls that go to different schools and stuff, and I mean there's a bunch of the games that could be like that, but like just like our California tournament, I mean there's Moberly, there's California, there's Battle. They schools like that I've played with the girls on those teams, and so it's always pretty exciting to know that I get to play against them. And I mean, I know how they play, I know that they're great, and so I always, make a mental note of that.
Again, we're visiting with St. James Lady Tigers head coach Terry Wells and Emily Recker, a senior. And Emily, if you could right now get in a time machine and go back to that eighth grade Emily Recker, or maybe your freshman year, and give yourself some advice based on what you know right now, what advice would you go back and give yourself, a young Emily Recker? What advice would you give yourself?
Um, I would definitely go back, especially my freshman year, um, and just tell myself to stop worrying so much and like just be more confident. Confident. I mean, people still tell me to be more confident, but freshman me was always worried about what mistakes I was going to make and stuff like that. And I just needed to realize that I was a good basketball player and you're going to make mistakes, but you don't need to constantly be worrying about those mistakes. So,
Outstanding. Well, Emily, again, thank you for being part of the Missouri Sports Network here on High School Game Day and the LiUNA Labor's Local 663 Team of the Week. Congratulations on the season up to this point.
thank
And
you.
good luck as you go forward, and maybe we'll get an opportunity to visit with you again.
Thank you.
And Kendall, tell us a little bit about Kendall Kostopoulos.
Kendall is also a senior. They're actually both coming right up on 1,000 points. She was also a member of the All-State team last year. I sit here and list conference and on all district and things. Very accomplished. Both of these kids. Kendall leads us in scoring. She's our size. She plays inside, and we're a team that needs Kendall. So, we're small and feisty. Other than her, and she kind of controls the paint for us and gets us interior buckets. She does it all. She just one of those that if she has 12 points, she's probably going to throw 10 rebounds, a block, a few steals. She can get a rebound and lead the break. So she's a do-it-all player.
Kendall, how are we today?
Good. How are you?
I am outstanding. Tell us a little bit about what you perceive your role is on the team.
Well, only really the only big. Our other big likes to shoot outside, so I'm pretty much in there by myself. I really like my role as like a leader, being like showing people that I'm not really the biggest out there necessarily all the time. I mean, I have size, but I'm definitely not size compared to other teams. So I like to show people that like even our little ones, like you can get in the paint and like no matter what, like you can do what you want. You just gotta make room for yourself in there, a little bit. And I like my role as a leader because I like to be able to try and keep all our heads up. When people get down, try and remind them that they're here for a reason. They're getting the playing time that they are for a reason, and that they just need to be confident in themselves. Sometimes her over there too. Sometimes got to remind her too that she's here for a reason. And but yeah, I really strive and very confident and love my role in the paint. So.
Do you like the physicality? Do you enjoy that?
Yes, I do a lot actually.
Well, I can tell that may be the quote of the day. As far as physicality is kind of a very nice way to say it. Make room for yourself.
Yes.
That is basically get out of my way.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell us a little bit going into this season. Were there games that you were looking forward to as well?
I was definitely. I always look forward to playing Owensville because I feel like Owensville is we played with just about every single girl on that team. Me and Emily have played with or against just out throughout our entire life. And I feel like they are probably one of the best like matchup teams that we have, being that we went into triple overtime with them right before Christmas break. So I've always really enjoyed playing against them and just being able to make like it's probably weird to say, but like make those memories with them still because I mean this is the last time we'll ever get to play like against each other, and it's just is a game that I always really enjoy, and yeah, so.
Well, again, you talk about that triple overtime game in your history being a senior. Are there games that you would really like to go back and play again? And maybe it may have been a game that got away from you, or it may have been a game where you just had so much fun. Maybe it was a Final Four game. Maybe it was your sectional game a year ago. Are there games that you would, love to have the opportunity to go back in time and play all over again?
I would say um, probably either the Live for Life game last year that we lost in sectionals and overtime, or playing against Helias at the Final Four because we we had went, I think, what we won once and lost them once that season, and we were definitely capable of putting on a better performance than what we did during that game. And it really sucked to end the season on that kind of loss because we knew what we were capable of and we knew what we were capable of doing against that team. And it just, I just think it was a very long season, very long couple of days, very long couple of weeks, and it just kind of slipped away from us, and that just it was good. Like it's a good accomplishment to be fourth in state, but it also would have been a better accomplishment to at least be third in state. And I think it would have definitely left that season off without feeling like we were missing something. So.
All right, ladies, I know a lot of teams or schools have been out with regards to snow and the weather and cold temperatures. And I don't know if you guys are back in. We are not back in here where I live. What's your go-to on a snow day? You get that phone call, you figure out you're out of school. But are you Netflixing or what are you doing on a snow day?
Sleeping.
I am
in.
sleeping
Unless he makes practice early, and then that's why we got to get up. So.
And I don't know about Coach Wells, but as a teacher and an educator, I think I look more forward to snow days in that role than I did as a student. It was always fun, and a lot of times I was making those decisions. Hey, let's not go to school tomorrow. But are you guys back in school, Coach Wells?
We are today. We came back the first day today, but there's no doubt when we think there's a chance we're going to miss. I'm just like a kid staring at my phone waiting for the call. So yeah, those are nice, but we don't tend to always have the best practices on those days. So the coach in me kind of wants school, but we'll make it work.
Definitely for game days. Yeah, game day school is a necessity.
There you go. And Coach, you've got your tournament going on right now. Kind of tell us a little about it. You've got a matchup with Licking, who is also very good this year, state ranked. What are you going to have to do to come out on top there?
Yeah, last week we went to the California tournament, and I told the girls before that, I said, we have the rest of our January is just state ranked, state ranked, state ranked, state ranked. And that includes this week. Coach Rissler at Licking does a great job. But, I love this stretch. Going into games, knowing that it's probably going to come down into the fourth quarter, I think that's when your team gets better, win or lose. If I could schedule, we get 26 games. If 20 of them could be like that, I would do that every single year because, you're just going to, along those lines, you're going to be up 6 with 3 minutes left. You're going to be down 6 with 3 minutes left. And I think putting your kids through that schedule is important, and we're right in the middle of it. And when February rolls over, we still have a few tough games, but we'll know exactly who we are and what we need to work on.
Well, Coach, as always, I greatly appreciate your time here today, and we'll end this right here. But ladies, have a great day and a great week, and we'll talk to you soon, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks for the time, guy.
You bet.